Alright folks, and welcome back to the channel. We're just back to discuss Flag Day preview. Celtic are back to league action to kick off the 2025-26 season, and we face St Mirren at Celtic Park on Sunday. And we'll also discuss Brendan Rodgers' comments in the press, which were pretty surprising. I didn't expect to read this afternoon, but we'll get into it. All that. I'm joined by Alistair to go for it. And how you doing, Alistair?
Good, thanks, pal. Yourself?
Aye, good. I mean, there's probably only one place to start, Alistair, with the comments of Brendan Rodgers. What I'll do is, before we discuss it, I'll actually to play the clip of what Brendan Rodgers said to the press today. If you give me 2 seconds.
I said when I came here first that I'd do 3 years minimum. People had me out the door at the end of last season or going various places. And I said then, and like I'll say now, that there's nowhere to go. I love being here. I've done 2 years. I've got 1 more year to go. Dermot and Michael and I had a conversation over the summer on where we were at and where it sits with myself and everything else. And I said, I'm very happy here. There's conditions we want in to be able to improve and be better, because I'm not the type of manager that's good maintaining anything. If it's just something to maintain, I'm not the manager for Celtic. It'll be someone else. But to build and grow and develop and push, then of course I love being at Celtic. So my ambition is for Celtic. It's not for me, right? My ambition is for Celtic to be the best that it can be. I've been in the game quite a long time now, so I think I understand what we need to succeed. We did that last year. We brought in certain players that helped our profile when we moved into the Champions League. And those players come in and really helped us in the Champions League. And I think everyone felt good about the Champions League last year, that we progressed, played some great football, and took a club that set a way beyond our budget, ran them very, very close. Great. So my ambition now is to keep us going in that direction. And that's what our conversations are about.
That video clip is from CLYDE Super Scoreboard, so I'll just credit them. But the actual question was from a Celtic here journalist. First and foremost, I just want to actually say, fair enough to that journalist to ask the question. I don't actually know his name, but I've been kind of critical of fan media at times for maybe not asking questions that fans are actually wanting answered. But to be fair, Alistair, that was one question that fans were wanting answered, and boy, did Brendan Rodgers answer it.
Yeah, and can I just say, now, whatever you think, good, bad, whether you were a fan of Brendan coming back or whether, I would like to publicly apologise, because I now get why I left the first time. Because I think Josh was here again, and basically he's gave them one last chance to do it before the end of the window, and he basically said, if you want me here next season, I'll be here, but you need to back me. If you don't back me, I won't be here. And the key word in that clip you played was minimum. So he clearly does want to be here longer, but you need to give him a reason to.
He's not an idiot, and there needs to be a reason. He's not just going to stay at Celtic because he loves the club or whatever else. He left for a more ambitious club before. I'm pretty sure he'll do it again if he's not back. To be honest with you, the whole Brendan Rodgers thing, I realised when they get... Do you know when I realised that it maybe wasn't Brendan Rodgers' fault for leaving the first time?
When Ange left?
No. When Brendan Rodgers left the first time, 6 months later, I thought, no, Brendan Rodgers shouldn't get the blame, but I was chased and told, no, it's Brendan Rodgers, the board have got nothing to do with it. But anyway, because 6 months later, the board gave Neil Lennon the job. The Celtic job, by the way, in the showers. But anyway, that's a completely other video. I speak about that. But it's, it's not, I say surprising, but it's not surprising because we knew Brendan Rodgers probably had the feeling. The fans had the same, probably similar feelings as well. But what is surprising that he's actually come out and said it. He has come out. He's played his cards. He has basically. I think we spoke a few days ago about if there will be, because we've seen wee jibes at the board talking about quality and whatever. We did talk about will he actually come out, and he's done it. He's come out and said, "You back me. I don't stand still." He's an ambitious manager, Brendan Rodgers. He is. He
I
wants.
don't maintain a belief with that.
He doesn't want to just keep winning domestic leagues. He wants, at the end of the day, I don't want to sound rude, but the domestic Scottish Premiership does not attract Brendan Rodgers to Celtic. European football does. It's the same with any manager. European football and the club. Now, the thing is, if you can't give a manager Brendan Rodgers that, he's gonna go. Because he's an ambitious manager. And he wants to get into a job and do the best and win, and take us to the Allianz in Munich and try and get a result. That's Brendan Rodgers.
Because I'm going to be honest with you, Josh. Domestically, it's nothing to prove. He never come back for domestic.
He said that he come back for European stuff, but obviously continuing the domestic stuff as well. But I think that goes hand in hand.
I think that take care of itself. You do well in Europe.
Well,
especially Champions League. The money's there to improve, but we collect the money, and to use a monopoly phrase, we don't pass go. We just collect 200.
That is to be fair. That's a new one, to be fair. But no, you're correct. We just qualify and then do the bare minimum, and then. But that's the frustrating thing. Last year we didn't do the bare minimum.
Yeah,
we actually went on kind of, and as Brendan Rodgers says in that clip there as well, we were a kick of the ball by taking the eventual German champions and a big massive club in Bayern Munich to extra time.
And do you know what it would have also been? It would have been Celtic's first ever win in German soil.
But the thing is, see if they just invested in this. I'm going to maybe be a bit doom and gloom here. See if they invested a bit more. Could it have just been more than just extra time? Could it have been?
Had the chances.
Exactly, and I'm just saying, if maybe we had a proper centre forward there, could we do it?
Gardner, Australia. The targets that were remote were gettable. Put it that way. One at Norwich and one at Slovan, whatever.
No, of course they were gettable. We just chose not to go and get them. But the thing is, I'm going to go into my next point about Brendan Rodgers, because I also want to go on and talk about obviously the actual game that we've got on Sunday as well. Brendan Rodgers, I've seen where rival fans saying, "Oh, he spent 30 million, he spent 20 million, he spent whatever, he spent this, somebody spent that." If you're going to criticise somebody how much they've spent, you need to, in terms of board backing, somebody getting backed by a board isn't selling their best player every season and then getting the money off the best player.
Yeah.
So the first season was Jota, 25 million. Second season, Matt Riley to Brighton for nearly 30 million quid. And then this season it's been Nicholas Kuhn, and it could be more. I'm going to put it by them. To be honest, and I've went on to Transfermarkt, and then what I'll do is we'll also discuss the last 3 seasons in terms of the overall balance at the end of that window in terms of profit and loss. And you'll probably notice a trend. I'll just say that. So 2023-24, incomings was £46 million in money terms, and then we spent £27 million So that's an £18.74 million profit.
Yeah.
Right? And then you go to 2024, 25, and this is where we did spend probably what I would expect Celtic to try and spend, especially if you're trying to replace your best players.
Yeah.
We spent 50, well, 56 million euros coming into the club, and we spent 45 million euros of it.
Yeah.
10.7 million pound profit. That's now up to 28 million pounds
Yeah.
in profits, and we've still got another season to go. Well, this window, 25-26, we have so far brought in 21 million euros. I don't think I say expect. I think it puts into the Frimpong money, so you're adding probably another 4 or 5 million euros onto that.
Yeah.
So you're now at £26 million in income,
Yeah.
and then we spent
You know how-
£3.5 million, giving you a total thingy of €22 million profit. That's nearly £60 million in profit over the last 3 years in transfer budget. And you cannot give your best manager that we've had since Martin O'Neill. People might say, "Ange, that's fine," but on paper, our best manager and probably the best manager we can attract at this moment in time. A bit of money to spend on a winger, a bit of money to spend on a left back. Behave yourself. Behave yourself. I'm pretty sure that Brendan Rodgers deserves a bit of backing after getting his further than what Ange Postecoglou did in Europe. And you can say all you want about easy draws and whatever else and new formats, but he's still done it.
Yep.
Still, it's got us as far as we had in the Champions League since 2012. I'm pretty sure that, and then you're selling the star player, and you can say all you want about, oh, well, he was 6 months and he checked out and all that stuff. He's still our best player for last season, and you sold him. I'm pretty sure Brendan Rodgers deserves a bit more money with what he's getting. And the thing is, see, and that's what I'm saying. That's not backing a manager. And even in that season,
the manager a budget.
And see, do you know what? And I know Celtic need to make some. I think, and I do agree. I think Celtic do need to make some sort of profit in the window. I do think because we need to try and obviously balance books. Now, I'm not saying Celtic need to make loss in the windows, but if you look at the 24-25 season window, where we brought in a lot of players for a lot of money with Engels and Ida and whatever else, we still made a £10 million profit. Now, backing the manager isn't selling their best player every window. No, so I know players need to go.
Because they're going to run out of players eventually. So
the thing is, backing the manager, they had the perfect opportunity to do this season, and they've still got time to do it, but we're running out of time. Not selling Maeda, not selling Hatate, unless a massive offer, say 25 million comes in for somebody like Maeda, he's off. Let's be realistic here, right?
With 2 years left, they probably have.
But what you say is, no, we want top dollar for our players, or we're keeping the players. And then you bring in quality beside them. They've not done that.
Yep.
And that's the frustrating thing. They had the chance to properly back Brendan Rodgers for the first time this window, and they are failing miserably. Miserably, they are failing. And I'm pretty sure if I go further back, when Andrew was the manager, when Lennon was the manager, we'd have the same issues.
Yeah.
I'll take you back to 2018, 2019 when Kieran Tierney gets sold to Arsenal for £25 million.
Didn't know where to go.
It's not even, no, it doesn't matter. But the club have to sell him now, let's be honest. That's what I'm saying. We need to be realistic. Clubs, there is a selling price for players. Any player in Scotland, right? But it's who we replace them with. We replaced them with a £3 million left back and a £7 million centre half. Now, the £7 million centre half in Christopher Julian I thought was pretty decent. I thought he'd done a decent job for Celtic. And I thought he was overall a good player. But we still farted about, and then we go to a Champions League qualifier where we're fucked.
It wasn't ready to play, it was on the ground.
So I'm pretty sure if you go back to that window, you'll see that we still made a ridiculous profit.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. And that's the thing, it's all about profit for this board. And
So,
if he,
they're allergic to net spend, mate. That's
aye,
what it is.
and I
Allergic
think, to
to
be
net.
honest, I think this time, as you were saying, the last time when Rodgers left, it was all about, well, Brendan Rodgers is a snake. This time, I think the fans woke up to who we're dealing with, and this isn't even just a Brendan Rodgers thing, Alistair.
That's
I
all
fear,
happened. That's all happened to the next manager.
fear for our next manager, because I think this is an advert. This is what I think it is. I think this is this current window's an advert for a yes man.
Or a manager that can work with peanuts.
Aye, I think this is an advert for a yes man, personally, if you want my honest opinion. And
I Ronnie
Celtic,
Dyler.
Celtic do need to be careful. Celtic do need to be careful, because I'm no oblivious, I'm not stupid. Rangers have got a lot of investment across the city. Now, am I saying Rangers are going to win the league? No, but they could well do it. Let's not make it it's something out there.
Especially with us at war.
Aye,
No,
out.
to be honest, this is what this club is at now. It's at war. You've
Aye.
got the supporters and Rodgers on one side, and you've got the happy clappers and the board on the other side. It's divided. It really is.
Aye, it is.
I'm going to be a bit positive for one thing. The only thing I would say recently, in the last week to 10 days, a lot of Celtic podcasts have finally woke up and said, no, this isn't good enough. And make no mistake, whatever you think, the Celtic board listen to podcasts. They might not take any notice of them, but they know the mood music. And what is this board? Reactive.
Mm-hmm.
So because
Well, Alistair, you can't get any more reactive than when your own managers come out with your own employees come out and saying that about you.
I
You
know
can't get any more reactive. But that's the thing that they're going to need to wise up, because there's going to need to be major change at the board level at Celtic, because it doesn't matter who the manager is.
I'm not being ageist, but they're all old men.
As I said, it happened under Lowell. It happened under it's happened under Lennon, Happened under Lennon, happened under Ange, happened under Dyler, happened under Rodgers twice. Doesn't matter who the manager is.
Yeah.
Because let's not forget, Roy Dyler was shafted by the Celtic board as well.
Do you honestly think any Celtic manager, and even in my lifetime, Joe, has got every target, or even
No,
remotely?
but not every manager is, but that's why you have targets. So, for instance, Batakwisha we didn't get, right? Who's our next target? Of course, a manager is never going to get any targets, but you should have a robust. You should have that money to get it. No, but there's your $5 million for a winger, right? Go and get the next target. But we don't have that. It's
But with a one-off, like Beach Garden was a one-off, right? But it's happening. Every signing we make is a pint of blood. It goes on for weeks. And that is another thing that does my head in.
aye. And the thing is, I've said this, you can't act oblivious to what's going across the city. Rangers we can't keep dangling a carrot out at Rangers all the time. They're going to eventually.
Excuse my language, but you can't keep hoping they're shite.
Aye, they're going to take it, and they look to me that they've got their act together a bit, and they probably will get their act.
In terms of moving players out and players in.
Aye. So the thing is, and that's for the Celtic, there's going to become a point where Celtic keep dangling a stick and get caught sleeping again, and I think it begins if they don't back Brendan Rodgers. As you were saying, Alistair, this isn't just going to be we get another manager in the back of the one window and we win the league again. It's not going to work like that.
It's a repeated cycle.
Aye, you need, and it's a cycle. It's not going to work. As I said, Rangers are will probably get their act together under the new ownership. At this moment in time, in terms of threats, the only threat to Celtic at the moment are Rangers, right? But say 6 years time, Hearts are getting new ownerships in. He's that Bloom guy. He's investing a decent fee into them. money into him, he'll continue to invest. So I'm pretty sure Hearts will want to try and split the two Glasgow sides.
You were going to say something else there.
I don't even all for him. I don't care. I don't. I'll say all for him. I'm no, and that's what I'm talking about. This is why I get annoyed with this board as well, because you go to an EGM and we're no part of anything and we're no part of this and we're no part of it. It's all just petty nonsense. Focus on being a football club, not a comedy club.
Yeah. And it's
like
tougher.
it's like you go
to
every year now. I don't go to EGMs, but you see it in the papers. It's like, who's laughing at the back? It's like it's like a comedy club.
And how many bog rolls have you got in the toilet?
And I just act professionally.
Yeah.
Just act professionally and just go on with your job. But instead, we're too busy prancing about. And as long as we're that wee bit ahead of Rangers, it's fine. I'm pretty sure if Rangers get ahead of us, they wouldn't. It's not even that good. I don't think they want to just stay a wee bit. They want to try and keep you swollen unit, and that's what Celtic should be doing. There's no excuse. There's no excuse.
We've always done this, Josh. It's nothing new.
But it can't. No, but this is what I'm trying to say. If they lose Brendan Rodgers a second time, the fans are going to have to do, because this just cannot. It can't continue like this. It's embarrassing.
It's negligent. That's what it is.
No, it is. But they've got a clear message for the next 30 days. You back Brendan Rodgers, or we're looking for a new manager in the summer. Alice, I'm going to part the whole Brendan Rodgers stuff there because we've been on for about 20 minutes.
Yeah, and I think it's a podcast, and I can't speak for you, Josh, but I think I'm going to drop the whole Brendan Rodgers new contract thing.
No, you should, because we know what's happening.
We now know how it is, by the way.
Aye, from the horse's mouth, we've got it from the person who is going to be signing that contract. He's gave the board the prerogative. It's now up to the board to show them that ambition. Yeah. If they don't show that ambition, we're looking for a new manager. But Alistair, for the next 10 minutes, we'll just discuss. Obviously, it's Flag Day on Sunday as we kick off the 25-26 season. Obviously, putting all the off the part stuff aside, it'll just be decent to get back to Celtic Park.
Yeah.
We get to listen to my piss run all season, but
well, I look forward to it, especially during games.
aye.
It's quite entertaining to be sitting next to if things go slightly awry, shall we say? Oh, for fuck's sake! Not in the first 5 minutes.
Here, that's normally when Liam Scales passes the ball sideways.
Well, Liam Scales won't have to cover the left back as much.
True. But in terms of team selection, obviously, I think Simpson Pusey was doing his medical today, so I don't
think that's been announced.
It's still been announced. I'd imagine fucking Bronson into the park at half time.
Yeah.
Probably
make his debut at Aberdeen. Or maybe even Falkirk would probably be a better.
But to be honest, would he come in and make his debut? Because I think Trusted deserves.
Yeah.
By the way, what quality kick-off on a Friday? Decent kick-off.
I'm all for that, by the way.
I know. I've never had a Friday night kick-off at Parkgate, so it's better than a Sunday at 5:30.
Celtic Park
Dyer with the Dundee or something, man.
Friday night.
Aye.
Nice well.
But what I was saying, Alistair, does Simpson Pusey come in? Because I think Trusted deserves a chance. It's pre-season.
I think he does. I think Trusted does deserve a chance, Josh. But I'm also not going to be naive to think Man City wouldn't send him up here if it wasn't given no guarantees. But he's going to play because, and I do wonder, mate, if it's maybe a chance to go to a back three centre halves in some games.
I don't know, maybe.
But we'll wait and see. But I think that uh, Pusey's going to come in and get minutes. Anyway, it's a long season. We didn't need another centre half. And that's no disrespect to Dane Murray, who has had a good pre-season, what I've seen. And but I'm going to go back to it. I would have loved an option to buy, but obviously it doesn't look as if that's happening.
No, I don't think it's gonna. It's not going to happen. Obviously. What would you go for team selection? I've got. I think we need to discuss a bit.
Right, do you want mine and then you can bounce off?
Aye, because I've got something I need to discuss about a certain position. To be honest,
Well, here's what I would go for, and this is just because a lack of depth in a certain position. This is what I would do. I would play Schmeichel in goal, Tierney, Johnson, Trusty, Vickers. I think that's fair and just. And then I would go McGregor, Hatate. I'm going to go Nygren.
aye,
And I'm going to go Forrest and Maeda. And lead up front.
2025 or starting a game with James Forrest that way. Anyway, that's another argument.
But that would be what I would do.
What I would pick, right, and I know it's not going to happen. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm very worried about Casper Schmeichel.
Yeah, well,
Because-
we discussed this.
And
But
pre-season,
it's not
just
gonna happen.
I know it's not going to happen, but I do think eventually the switch will flick. I do think eventually Vinyami Sinisalo, and I don't know when, but I think Vinyami Sinisalo will be on number one at some point this season. Because I'm looking at Casper Schmeichel, he still looks overweight. He still struggles, seems to get down to his corners, I think, at times. Pre-season I've been really unconvinced by him, and that was my fear with Casper Schmeichel when he come back from that injury. He should have never been played in the Scottish Cup final. I think since Sinisalo don't get me wrong, Sinisalo still gets. I think sometimes it crosses and headers. They should be trying to claim balls more, but I don't know. I'm just
I've noticed that.
I'm just a bit worried with Casper Schmeichel because we saw it in the other side of the city when the Al McGregor played on a season too long. And he was and he was all over the place. And I'm not saying the same will happen with Schmeichel. I just worry that he's still playing at international football as well.
Yeah.
You know, that is going to catch
I
up.
would agree with you, Josh. I wouldn't have a problem. I think Schmeichel will start the season, but I'm a bit like you. I'm not sure he'll end it.
I think it's make or break for Sinisalo as well because he's still not going to be number one. Then when is he going to be number one? You know, because I don't think we'll put another year in Schmeichel's contract. So he'll be turning near 40 at that point. You know, I don't see.
I think this will be Schmeichel's last year at the club.
Aye, but in terms of that, I still think we'll go with Schmeichel. I don't know. I don't know about Schmeichel. I'm a wee bit unconvinced personally, but he's still a good goalkeeper. I just think there's goals last season.
He'll still make saves at 1 year games, but I do agree.
But then you've also got like this. It was the one last season at Ibrox when Hadji had that shot, and I don't know how he doesn't get down to it. He should be getting down to it really. But in terms of the other positions, Johnston will obviously play right back. Cameron Carter-Vickers will play alongside Austin Trusty. I think Kieran Tierney, of course, will play at left back. Midfield, I think Callum McGregor will obviously play in that role. I think Hatate and Nygren might be the midfield as well. I've got a feeling that could be. I think we need something different in the midfield, so we may as well try it. Right winger, Marco. Tell him kidding on.
Aye, you better be.
Right winger for me, James Forrest, obviously up front. Adam either. I think he will still get the nod ahead of Yamada, I think. And then left
Or,
winger dies in Maida.
or what you could do, they're both rapid, so you could play one of them through the middle and one on the wing. You could do that, I suppose.
I still think he'll play with Adam either dies in Maida and James Forrest.
Yeah.
But obviously,
I'm just saying that could be a couple.
obviously it's Flag Day and all that, and you get somebody to pull the flag. It's going to be Paul McStay, who's going to be
One
coming
of
out.
my heroes, Josh. One of my heroes. That was you.
So should be good, to be fair, and obviously just hope we get off to a good start in the season. I still don't get how the champions don't kick off the season first. It's a bit
Oh,
daft.
that's a right bugbear of mine.
It's a bit daft, but it is what it is. Hopefully we get off to a good start on Sunday, obviously, and then the signings need to follow. This is Alistair's request. Right, we're actually going to keep note of score predictions, right, and then we will tally up and hope at the end of the season we'll see obviously who wins. So Alistair, I'm going to get the phone out and I'm going to note them down. Right. Alistair,
You
you
should
go.
get a graphic for this, by the way.
I will get a graphic when I can get off my lazy arse and make a graph. I've been saying I need a new intro for about 2 years, so
Type predictions.
aye. I will get some sort of graphic. Give me 2 seconds. I'll make a note of this. Right. Shite predictions, that's what they're calling it. Alistair.
Right.
What you saying?
I'm gonna go. I've already said this. 2-0.
2-0.
2-0.
Right. So Alistair 2-0. But we need to get it exact as well, by the way.
Do you want score or something?
No. Like you need to get the score to win this. So if Nane's get it, then we don't get a point about.
Right.
So I'm gonna go 3-0. I think we'll score 1 more. So I'm gonna go 3-0, and when we come back on for the match reaction on Sunday, we'll either ridicule each other or somebody will be acting like a smart arse and somebody will be looking like an idiot.
We were both rotten, so.
Aye. But aye, it should be good. And also just hope we can kick off for the new season and get back into the swing of things, because I do enjoy the football, getting it back. Remind me of that when we're fucking getting beat Aberdeen next week.
This is going to be, and this is a joke, by the way, so don't hate us in the comments for saying this. This is either going to be the most
fantastic season,
or it's going to be
an absolute shit.
limited.
If I don't go by this COVID, I don't think you can get any worse than that. But at least we'll be in the stadium if it goes to shit this season. So, such a positive podcast. But
I'll ask you this before. I think it we're both tapping Celtic to win the league, otherwise they're going to be problems.
Well, of course, obviously it's Celtic channel.
So let's make it interesting. By how many points?
I think it'll be close this season. 6 points.
Oh, you've very copied mine. I say by 7.
6 points. I just think, us maybe no batting as such names seeming to have that. I don't think it can be. It won't be the same gap as last year, because I don't think you can get much.
It can't be.
But I think we'll win it by 5 points. But I mean, actually, 6. Sorry, the other right. 6 points. But we'll wrap it up there, I think. And then, as I said, we'll be back for post-match reaction on Sunday after the game, hopefully talking about a comfortable Celtic flag day win, and,
Yeah,
no
well-
no ranting about the board for a change.
Well, I think we've agreed, Josh, not to talk about the manager's future.
Aye, no,
think
you
that-
have to stop talking about it. It was you that was talking about it. So no, there's only
No,
one
I
side of this
think we
agreement.
know. So there's no point in
Aye,
flogging a dead horse. So,
but aye, we'll be back on Sunday for the post-match reaction, and until then, we'll speak to you later. And hail, hail.
right. Hail, hail.